Hey everyone, how you doing? So if you don't know who I am, I'm Tony and I am a hairstylist, professional hairstylist. I also do derby and I do some thrifting resale. But today I've been asked to show you guys how to do a quick clipper cut. So I'm gonna use Little Miss Fancy Pants over here. And here is what you're gonna need. Section it out in 4 quadrants. Front and back, so you go down the middle, front and back, so from ear to ear. I don't necessarily think about this all the time because it's second nature to me. All right, and then, oh, come on, little Susie Q. And once I get that done, I will show you what we got going on. And I use the back end here to section. Now, try to make as clean as sections as possible. And voila. This is what it should look like all the way around. Because that is the part you're going to clipper first. I always do the back first. Okay. Since I usually stand like this, we'll do that. All right. So now that that is all done, I start with, usually people like a 2. We're gonna start with 3 today. Start with your largest guard first, because then if you screw up, you can fade it out. Number 3, attach it. And here we go. What I like to do is I just like to kind of start from the bottom. Hopefully you guys can see this. And I rock it out like that. Okay. See that? And then you get most of that hair out of the way. Back should look something like that. All right. So now, since you're gonna want to make the back kind of like a lot shorter, I'm just gonna drop this down and do the same thing. Hopefully I don't die on here. There we go. Cool. This is kind of cheating, but you have to kind of remember that the hair only bends a certain point. So I usually like to start at the occipital bone and then work my way up. We're a little bit higher than that, but that's all right. Okay, little Miss Susie Q. Okay, so it'll look something like this. I'm going to take my number 2 guard, put this on there, right? And because I have a lever, I'm gonna make that a 2.5, like that. And we just kind of keep rocking. Now, I'm not trying to put any lines in here, so I just keep kind of this rocking motion, if you can see. All right. So let's go down to a 2. And as you can see, every time I change the sizing, I bring it down a little bit lower. All right. Now we're gonna do a 1, because what's gonna happen is this, when it grows out, will become a shelf. And be careful with this, because some people have really, really fine hair, and it might look like it's bald. So we're doing a 1.5. And if you kind of make a little line, that's okay. I'll show you how to fix that. Bring it down to a 1 and just kind of get these little guys. Okay, so there is the first step in your fade. So you're gonna want to take your comb. Oh, I do like to do all of this dry too. Once you start getting in the wet thing, it's really hard to blend. So this is when you can take your scissors and do scissor over comb. Now I'm pulling back at an angle, because if I just went straight up, then we're just gonna start cutting all of this off, and we wanna keep it. So see how I'm going with the angle of the neck and head, and we just, right? Now if you do this too much, you'll kind of get a bowl cut. So, and honestly, this is way easier on a human. Come here. Hopefully you can see that. I'm trying to do my best with this, guys. Also, I'm using my GoPro this time, so you'll have to let me know what you think about the sound. All right. So, as you can see, so what you're doing basically is going up, and see where there's a point, you cut that off. Anywhere there's a point. Okay, so we've got to here, and at this point I usually go to the sides, but since we've got the back already, let's just do it. Okay, and so what I do at this point is I kind of like to fade this line up a little bit. So you're going to do the same thing, scissor over comb. Oh God. Thank God Josh can sharpen these bad boys when I'm done. And then if you need to, you can overextend. See how that's working? And I can see right here, there is, and as you can see, I'm not putting it directly on the scalp. And then we just kind of over direct it. And that is kind of how I cheat a little bit. Once you get good at this scissor over comb, then there we go. See? Looking pretty good. Let's do the back here. I'm sorry if I am in the way, trying not to be. Now, I will let you know that it took me a while to get this whole scissor over comb action myself. So it takes practice. Also, when you're moving around the head, if you see right here, I think you can see right here, you can always go in a different direction too. There you go. Cool. Let's do this other side. Same thing. See how I'm kind of going at different angles? Scissor over comb, different angles. All right. See, we got a nice blend for right. I'm just gonna kind of, because I'm a perfectionist. And on this mannequin head, it's not gonna be perfect. I already know that just from working with mannequin heads, you know, forever and a day. This is definitely gonna look much better on actual human hair, on an actual head. Okay, but I think you get the gist. So let's go to the side here. Excuse me. A side can be a little bit tricky. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I am going to go from eye here to like right in there. Just kind of above the ear. You don't want to take too much. Now the ear, it can be a little bit on the precocious side. It can be a little bit daunting. Okay, we're gonna go back and put our number 3 on. All right. Make sure that your blade is not at a half. That's what it should look like. That's a half, that's not a half. I really like the adjustable blades. And we're just going to, first I'm just gonna go, get all that out of the way, right? Okay, so with this, see how I'm kind of rocking that again? All right. Okay, so now that I got most of that hair off, I want to bring this up a little bit. So, there we go. Ah, cool. Woo! Turning things on. There we go. And I like to press the hair down. Hopefully you guys can see that. There we go. Now that's looking like a real human. Okay. So we've got it done this far, right? We're gonna do the same thing with the blending. Take a number 2. Do this. I don't know, I think I always grab somebody's head, so just to kind of keep them still. So I apologize if you guys can't see. I'm gonna grab down here. And then with the ear, you gotta kind of go around it. And when I'm doing it, I'm putting these 4 prongs on the scalp. And then kind of doing that because it, you know, with a normal person, you can bend the ear down gently. But with this, it's a little bit different. Okay. Let's grab that one. Oh. Yeah. I'm grabbing the one. I'm gonna just do 1.5 right off the bat, and I'll show you what to do to kind of clean that up. Okay, now I'm gonna go down to a 1. Okay, so now you got your side. Let's grab those scissors again. And your comb. And we're gonna do that scissor over comb. Yes, I see that we kind of cut into that, but that's fine. I'm just gonna do this. Take out that corner. And just kind of blend that up a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna do this other side real quick. Comb it out, and I like to pull all of this forward if I can. Right? See how I'm pulling that forward? All right. Let's just say it's all forward, okay? I start from the center here. This is gonna be your guide, right? So when I take a little bit of the back and, oh lordy, take a little bit of the back, and I like to point cut. And then I just move that forward. And it's okay if it falls. Like I said, this is a little bit easier with real hair. And see how from there, I'm going to move it forward. This will give the person a nice kind of bang-ish type of thing. And we're just gonna keep doing that all over the head. All right, here we go. Keep it at that angle. So much hair. And then, here we go. And then you can pull this forward. I like to keep things a little bit long in the front because once you cut it, you done cut it and you can't glue it back on. So just be really careful. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing on this side. And if you take small enough sections, you will be able to see where your line is. That's why we're taking sections and picking up a little bit more. I think hopefully you can see that through here. See how that's kind of thin, and then down here it's heavier. That's where you want to cut. Right there in that middle section. I wish I had a better stand. All right. I really hope I'm still in frame. Like I said, I'm using my GoPro this time, so kind of playing with that. I think the picture was a lot better, and my phone seemed a little bit dark at this point in time. Okay. La la la. Just make, oh, dull hair. Ugh. Okay, now that you've got the bulk of it taken care of, what I like to do is kind of cross-check. See, now you've got like this cute little pixie. And this will work for shorter hair too. It'll just fall a little bit different because her hair was longer. This is what the cut looks like. So from here, I like to do this cross-checking thing where hopefully we can just take from the front here just a little bit, and I like pull forward and then get in there and just point cut any corners off. Also, if you just want to like do some texturizing, and I'm just moving my guideline back. Okay, and then I take from over here. Come on, Susie Q. Yeah, so now you can see that, and I'm holding it at an angle to match the head. I'm not pulling it up here. That'll give you a whole different look. Okay, so from here to here, right? We're just gonna keep moving that backwards. Susie Q is not cooperating. I was gonna say participating. Awesome. Cool. Let's do the other side. Always be sure you're standing in front of what you're cutting, because it won't be straight if you're not. I know that I am not, because I'm trying to hold on to the stand. Whew. Right? Come here, Susie Q. Come on. Try not to cut past your second knuckle. You're gonna cut yourself. You know, I cheat because I've been doing it for so long and I don't think about it anymore. And I also make sure that I hold a lot of hair. Like I'm not pulling it all the way up here. That's where you're gonna get yourself. That's where you're gonna cut yourself. Don't cut yourself. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the sides, but what I'm going to do is let's make this a little bit more even on the side here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna pull this up like that and just do some more point cutting. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to move you guys. There you go. Some of this is freehand, some of this, you know. All right, so we still got a little bit of a ledge right here. So we're gonna do some blending. Sorry, I hope you can see. Oh, come on now. I got it, there we go. Some blending. There we go. Just kind of, yeah. There we go, little Miss Susie Q, you're working out. Okay. I kind of like a little disconnection just because it's not so bully. Alright, so we're gonna take this back over here. There we go. All right. Doing your typical short cut. So at least now you've got a couple haircuts in here. All right. So there you go. What we're gonna do with the front, because them bangs are out of control. I'm gonna take them, ooh, let's not kill myself. We're gonna take them, comb them forward, and do a little bit of it. Now, her bangs are gonna pop up because she is a mannequin. So, see what I mean? And then you can just pull the rest of it forward. And I always kind of pull down and there's a tiny bit of disconnection here, so I'm just gonna go like this. There. Like that. Let's do the other side. So many hairs on the floor. So many hairs on the floor. I'm trying not to die right now because I have Pergo floor. And it's slippery. Also, when you're combing, don't stab yourself. Flip your shears. She probably should have said something like that like way earlier in the game, but oh well. See, these things that I don't think about, that I just do automatically, and then I just didn't do it. See, when I think about it, I don't do it. Okay. Now let's check out this side. That's not so bad. We'll just. Okay, so there's also another thing that you can do. Now, if you have these texturizing shears, you can just, what they do is they texture the line so it blends a little bit better. Which really helps with this Suzy Q. I would use these very, very sparingly because you can cut holes in people's heads with these. All right, there's what I was really looking at. Woo, yes. Alrighty. And then with a normal person, if you don't have the little T-edgers, you can actually be very careful and do a neck trim with these. Okay. Just by, and cleaning up the ears, just by using that little tiny edge. So there you are. So now I gotta go give Josh a haircut because he's been waiting for a while. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can leave a comment down below. If you have any questions regarding tools or just how I did this, I will answer you. Also, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Toni Manconi Hair. So I hope everybody's doing well, and I will chat at you later. See ya. Mwah.